Good evening, everyone. Ward Cornell here, and happy to have as our first guest the coach and general manager of the Leafs, Punch Imlach. And Punch, you'll be going into the dressing room. Do you speak to them as a group or as individuals or what?
Well, usually I use the group idea. Once in a while I get mad and then I go to the individual, but most of it is usually done as a group and let them take out what they think applies to them.
Could you give us a little preview of what you're going to say this period?
Well, I thought that our team weren't skating as well as what they have in the first two games, but we seem to be able to survive that onslaught that they put at us in the first 10 minutes. They were really going as Chicago club, and I thought our team rather played well defensively, but offensively we aren't skating, and I think once we start to skate, well, I think we'll be a little bit harder to handle.
Punch, this terrific bipartisan or this biased crowd in Chicago, partisan crowd, do they have a tendency to affect the players to slow up a bit or not skate as hard or maybe hit as hard?
Well, there has to be some element, we'll say, of a psychological aspect in it, but I don't really think that it bothers the players. To me, it's who wants to win the most is going to make the difference, and if our team wants to win hard enough, well, then they'll play hard enough.
Punch, a lot of people feel that the Leafs are skating harder and hitting harder in this final series than they did against New York. Now, was that part of the strategy, to maybe build up to this series?
Well, actually, against New York, we weren't able to hit. It seemed that every time we tried it, we would end up in the penalty box. So, in this way, well, it's better not to hit and stay out and try to win the games. Because if you're in the penalty box all night, you're in trouble. You can't expect to win.
Punch, once the game is on, your responsibilities of coaching, do you try to juggle the lines once? Like, who are you trying to get out against whom tonight?
Well, all I'm trying to do right now is to get them all skating, and I'm not actually trying to play any line against anybody. After all, this is their home game, and they can tell I have to put my line up out first, and they put theirs out second, so they can counter with anything they want. But we're quite satisfied the way it's going.
When a player starts a game, he's nervous, but once he starts, he's okay. What about a coach?
Well, I'm still nervous, and I probably will be until this one's over, and I hope it's over in the right side anyway.
All right, thanks very much, Punch Imlach. I know you want to get to the dressing room.